Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Johnny Blaze from the Shy.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Johnny Blaze from the Shy. Black man with the fire in his eye. Came up live, no suit, no tie. Built that lane from the beef and the fry. He gave folks heat, no nap, no pause. Every room got shook when he took that draw. Wild little grin, sharp with the jaw. Cut through nonsense with a straight up clause. He was turned every time he stepped in. Talk that talk, made the weak men bend. People came back just to see it again. Cause he never played safe, he went all in. But he stayed real, stayed in his skin. Talk that talk, then let it spin. Be cool, baby, before it go left. Johnny got jokes and he don't pretend. Be cool, be cool. Before the corner, be cool, be cool. Or catch that mortar, guns hat on. If you push too far, guns hat on. That the warning bar. People love John, cause he keep it true. People love John, cause he ain't like you. Night chill, some still got the flame. Live on the screen, but the focus changed. Police cam clips in the day-to-day pain. Black news talk when the world acts strange. He break it down with that smart-ass smile. Make our heart truth feel a little less wild. Loves his dog Duke Day. Loyal child, dog in the shot and the move go mild. Still bold, still quick with the line. Still got the guts when it come that time. Humor so sharp to dance on the dime. Make you laugh while he peel back grind. He don't fold, he don't fake. Hands in the work, eyes on the tape. Be cool, that's the rule he say. Or take that seat and get sent away. Be cool, be cool. Before the corner, be cool, be cool. Or catch that mortar, guns hat on. If you push too far, guns hat on. That the warning bar. People love John, cause he keep it true. People love John, cause he ain't like you. A little more calm, but the spark's still there. From the live show roots to the worn out chair. He laugh at pain and he calls it fair. Like, I've been through it, I ain't know when you're scared. Duke by side, that's family. Big heart hidden in the stance, you see. Tenacity, boldness, humility. That's why the whole room roots for he. Be cool, be cool. Before the corner, be cool, be cool. Or catch that mortar, guns hat on. If you push too far, guns hat on. That the warning bar. People love John, cause he keep it true. People love John, cause he speak for you.
Shout out to Bigfoot. And shout out to the chat. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Monday. Hope all is truly well with everyone. Salute, salute. We are live from the basement. Your host with the most, Johnny Blaze, is here to give y'all some content on this lovely Monday afternoon. We got I Am Him is in the building. Salute. Via She, good afternoon. Be cool, be cool. Deja Vu, good afternoon. And yes, it's so. Hey, KTC. Rob Zilla with the $2 super chat. What's good, Johnny Blaze? Hashtag Zillatary. Shout out to you, Rob Zilla. Man, what's the word, man? All is truly well. And yes, Deja Vu, it's an end to an era. The Shoe Shine King, ladies and gentlemen, let me give y'all a brief history about them. They've been around for 63 years. I remember when my old man actually took me there back in the 90s. This is in the early 90s when I first actually went to the Shoe Shine King. And it is every bit of a pillar to that community, right? You ain't just go and get your shoes shine, all right? You actually went there to actually have sports talk, political talk, sex talk, women talk. You feel what I'm saying? So everything really went down at the Shoe Shine King. Y'all see the thumbnail. Hey, what's going on, Egan? Salute to you, man. Happy Monday to y'all, man. Yeah. This is what I'm on right now. I had to report on the deja vu. When I saw it this morning, I saw the news report. I said, "Yep, I most definitely will be talking about that." Because, like I said, the Shoe Shine King, ladies and gentlemen, when you went there, I'm telling you, your shoes was gonna get clean, fixed, all of that. And imagine, they just seen it all. They've been around for 63 years. You got to understand, it's right there out west on Central, right there by the green line. Now, see, think about it. They was there and it wasn't no green line there. Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. They've been there that long. It wasn't even no green line. You said, when is the last day? I'm about to go over the video right now, Deja Vu, and then hopefully within the video, they'll let us know when is the official last day, because I'm not even sure about that. All right, now wait a minute. Now they posted this 2 days ago too, just to let you know, Deja Vu. They posted this 2 days ago. So let's see within this on when is their official last day. Because I'm right here. All I got to do is just hit the 290, and I'm right there at Central. It wouldn't take me no time to get there.
City where businesses come and go, one West Side institution has spent more than 6 decades standing its ground.
Salute to the chat.
Founder of Shine King is now gone, but his family says what he built was never really about shoes. Aaron McElroy explains.
The first thing you notice at the Shoe Shine King isn't the shoes, it's the noise. For 63 years, this cramped little shop along Central Avenue has sounded exactly like a combo plate of laughter, trash talk,
Nigga man, better man.
and a whole lot of Chicago.
We move our own kind of way.
Long before it became a neighborhood landmark, James Cole started with a shoe shine box
On the sidewalk is a side hustle.
So when I hear these young people that act like they can't go out there and actually do an honest day hustle and actually turn it into something, I don't be want to hear it. You hear stories like this about the elders all the time. The elders, when they came from down south up north anyway, they weren't just looking just to be, and if I'm being very, very honest, they still set high standards for themselves, even coming here to a point where they made sure to save all their money. They was able to get into the right thing to be able to invest their money in order for them to have things. It's a lot of elder Black owners here in Chicago, ladies and gentlemen. You got Joe's Chicken. I know Mr. Joe personally, and I have conversations with this man. That man had to close down a chicken restaurant that he got out west because he said that the young people just didn't want to work. So he said it wasn't even worth his time to even continue to keep that restaurant up out west. Now, this is out west in the city of Chicago. He has one in the west suburbs, right up the street from me here in Hillside. He also have another location. See, Mr. Joe ain't playing no games, but again, he old school. Look, if you want to work, I'll put you to work. He in other words, he's not gonna waste his time if he feel like you're not gonna come into work, you're not gonna do what you need to do to get you some money in your pockets. I mean, look, everything ain't gonna come to you in a silver platter, but one thing's for sure, two things for certain. Mr. Joe will most definitely employ you and over there, the shoe shine king. Man, you never know where you can come up and get info from just sitting up in the shop. Hey, good afternoon, Mrs. Baker. How you doing? Now, Deja Vu said I used to drop off and pick up a week later. I ain't hanging out on Central in Austin. No, that right there, Deja Vu, that's Central and Late. Yeah, that's Central and Late, Deja Vu, not Central in Austin. They don't run together like that. Look, wait, hold on, Deja Vu. Central and Austin don't run together like that. Austin is a whole different other street than Central. It don't run that way. It don't run that way. So I don't know. Maybe, please let me know what's going on, because I know Central and Austin do not run nowhere near together at all. It can't happen. Oh, in the Austin area. Okay. All right, I got you now. Because I'm like, wait a minute now. Hold on. Look, Deja Vu, look, you see, I kept it cool now because I'm like, wait, maybe she made it. Okay, in the Austin area. Okay. Now, either way though, Deja Vu, you say that about Central over there in the Austin area, but come on now, out south is a death trap. Come on, Deja Vu. Come on now. We ain't gonna go there now. Because everybody knows if you go out south, shit, it's a goddamn death trap on out there. You go so far on out south to a certain parts, boy, it's over with for you. Yeah, let you be out of town and coming on up in there on one of them damn blocks, and them guys over out there and shit, they gonna be on security. Oh, they gonna read you. Boy, I'm trying to tell you. Look, Deja Vu, look. Yeah, and you know them some heathens. And you know they really crazy. I just talked about it earlier, Deja Vu. It was a mass shooting Friday night on 95th and Wentworth. Now, you know exactly where that is. You know that's right down the street from Harlan High School. They shot up to 10 people right there. 10 people right there at that corner. Yeah, then I Deja Vu, I'm already knowing you protected. So, I already know better. Right? And people that's protected as myself and you, we already know what time it is. See, the number had went up. The number had went up because it was said 10. See? See? So, when these people sit up here and yeah, they most definitely gonna point out all the bad things that does happen here in Chicago, right? But again, I'm not never denying how it is right there on 95th and Wentworth anyway. It's something else anyway. It's always been that way. You feel what I'm saying? Look, listen. If you're not from here, you just ain't gonna really understand. You try just walking all willy-nilly through these goddamn blocks and you don't know what is what and who is who, boy, they gonna get you. And I'm sorry to say, because they can smell out of town on you. They know you from out of town. They know you ain't from around here. And boy, they plotting right then and there.
So my mother tells me to this day, that nobody never believed, but he believed.
And he kept believing until a sidewalk hustle became a Chicago institution. Today, the place looks a little like organized chaos.
90% of my tickets.
Tickets stacked everywhere.
These are the current tickets that we're on now, the yellow ones.
Shoes waiting for a little love, and a register that requires a little excavation to open.
There's a method to the madness.
Wow, she said, look, excavation to open. God damn. But look, now back in the days, ladies and gentlemen, I ain't gonna even front to you. It wasn't looking like that. Now I will give I would give the Shoeshine King a lot of credit. It did not look like that in the 90s. Okay, it was way better organized than what it is right now. I mean, hey, it is what it is. Once father passed, you know what I'm saying? Look, the son just was probably just trying to keep it afloat for as long as he could. I mean, you know, I guess he said, man, look, it's over with. And it is what it is.
Apparently, because somehow everyone here knows exactly where everything is. But what keeps people coming back isn't organization, it's community.
One thing, this place gives a barbershop type feel. So you have the same type of element.
Exactly. So information is getting passed. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I haven't been over there in a while because a close friend of mine, where the Shoeshine King is right there, it's an alley right there beside him. Right? It's an alley right there. And my man, you know what I'm saying, he was on out there. He banged, he did his thing or whatever. But unfortunately, he expired right there in that alley right there, right next door to the Shoeshine King. So I stopped going there. Wait a minute, wasn't there on Pulaski and Madison? I think so, Deja Vu. I'm not all the way sure. I think he was in the basement. You feel what I'm saying? I think he was in the basement. I think he was in the basement at first. Right there. If he was, I think he was. I think he did start over there on Pulaski and Madison. Yeah, so it was kind of hard for me to even go over there, to be honest, because like I say, you really and Deja Vu, you was right. You really don't want to hang right there on Central and Lake. You don't want to be right there. I mean, look, in the daytime, you okay, but like even then, it can still pop off in the daytime though. So you still taking the chance. All you can do is just keep your head on the swivel. And hey, Nurse Petty, what's the word? All you can do is just keep your head on the swivel and just make sure that you alert at all times. Don't be on your damn phone. I mean, keep one ear open so you can be able to hear what's going on around you. Because like I said, it can pop off at any given time. It don't matter.
That you have in a barbershop or a beauty salon.
Conversations bounce from sports to politics to life on the West Side.
You catch us at the right time and the right people in here, somebody will get a good dose of that conversation and learn about that type of stuff.
Like when the riots swept through the city decades ago, this business survived.
My father's business was the only business that didn't get burned up. It belonged to the community. Almost everybody from Chicago has been through there.
Even presidents.
I'm looking at the door and all of a sudden Barack Obama walks in. You never thought that this guy might be the president of the United States one day.
And mayors.
By that time, Lori was walking in the door.
But ask the brothers about the most important person to ever walk through these doors, and they won't mention a politician. They'll point here.
This is the apron, this is the rag off rag, and his other rags are still inside the way he left it.
The last time their father wore it was just days before he died.
Either 2 or 3 days right before he had passed.
And even now, he never really left.
Every day. It isn't a day that I don't think about him. He'll always be there.
In the shoes, in the stories, and in a little shop on Central Avenue that still shines. Erin McElroy, WGN News.
I'm telling you, Deja Vu. I've been known about the Shoeshine King since I was in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, my old man took me there one time, and after that, it was over with. I go there to sometimes even get my gym shoes fixed. They actually fix your shoes too. Yeah, they already was fixing my Stacey Adams. You know what I'm saying? They'll bring back the shine to them like you had just bought them. Even your gym shoes, it depends. You feel what I'm saying? But otherwise, they'll still fix your gym shoes too. Yeah, I know, right? Deja vu. And that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of black owners that's been owning businesses here in Chicago forever. Shit, they about to close it down though, Carlos. They closing it down, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, trust me. If they was open right now and staying open, shit. Now I know how to do it myself, but like on certain things that I probably don't know how to do, I just take it right there to them. Yeah, I take it right there to them. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, they do a hell of a job. But see, if they ain't getting the money coming in like that to be able to still continue to keep that business up afloat, then, hey, it is what it is, man. Look, like I say, 63 years at that location. Now, that's not including where he first started at, because he just used to have a shoe shine box out there hustling. You feel what I'm saying? The owner was out there talking about little boy out there with a shoe shine box hustling. He ain't sit up here and try to do it no other way but to do it that way, an honest day's work by shining shoes. And made sure that your shoes were sparkling when he got through with them. He put it all to play. When people doubted him, people didn't think that he could succeed in running a shoe shine business, he proved them all wrong. To me, that's something that you always supposed to acknowledge, ladies and gentlemen. You acknowledge things like that. I acknowledge that off the riff because, again, just like old-fashioned donuts. Now, that's on the south side in the Roseland area. That's another business that's been there forever. Okay? Again, most of these businesses on out here, yeah, you see these new and upcoming businesses. That's all cool. But these older businesses is still here and they able to adjust to the times and still be relevant. So you have to really give credit where credit is due. Hey, especially when you're able to adjust to the times. Deja vu. I want to go there. Look, I was thinking about that like 3 days ago, old-fashioned donuts. Oh, trust me, Carlos. Oh, they was putting out, look, they put out that good product. Look, you can't stay in business that long for 63 years and you wasn't putting out some good product. Now, again, we all know, or we can assume, matter of fact, I ain't even going to go there. Let me shut up. Anyway, you play the game and you do what you need to do to keep your business afloat. Hey, they ain't never been under no investigation or no shit like that. So it's like, bro, I most definitely can give them the benefit of the doubt. Excuse me. That business has longevity. You know what I'm saying? Okay, fine. They tapping out under 63 years. What up with it, bro? What's the word? I ain't tripping about no business tapping out after 63 years. 63 years. Look, the way I'm looking at it is that business helped take care of his family. Some type of way. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, hey, for him to make it work all that time, even up until the time he passed, it still don't matter. He still kept it going. You feel what I'm saying? His son probably, okay, he probably did as best he could, but he probably like, man, enough is enough. He probably want to move on to something else. And that's his right. You know, he had his time. Yeah, when the music stops, then it's over with. Look, Deja Vu said, now I want some old-fashioned donuts. Hey, Deja Vu. Good afternoon, Rachel. How are you? Now, look, damn, I'd have made you get tempted for some old-fashioned donuts, Deja Vu. Boy, I'm trying to tell y'all, look, them donuts crack. Man, them donuts crack. I'm talking about crack. Boy, look, hey, you just have to go there and see for your own self. Don't take my word for it. Don't take Nurse Petty's word for it. Don't even take Deja Vu's word for it. Just go there for yourself, ladies and gentlemen, and I guarantee you, you're going to be raving about them damn donuts even when you go back to where you're from. You were like, God damn it, them donuts were just so goddamn good. Damn, look, just make sure you grab just grab you a dozen, okay? Grab you a goddamn dozen, okay? Grab you a dozen of them. You still can't go wrong. You still ain't gonna miss. You ain't gonna sit up here and say it's nasty and all this and that. Yes, Viashi, that local bakery has been around for over 40 some odd years. Viashi. No, they ain't like, no, they before Krispy Kreme, Carlos, shit. They before Krispy Kreme. Nurse Petty said, y'all mad, y'all brought it up. Now, Nurse Petty, look, Nurse Petty, don't act like you can't bend a block. Now, Nurse Petty, come on now. You gotta have cash. You gotta have cash. Boy, I'm telling you, you gotta see for yourself, Carlos. Look, again, I know you was gonna probably say some shit like that, but bro, I'm not lying. They before Krispy Kreme. What the hell you talking about? Old-fashioned donuts is before Krispy Kreme, bro. Either way. We can both look up when Krispy Kreme came into play. No, old-fashioned got them beat, bro. Yeah, old-fashioned got them beat, bro. I'm telling you, you have to go there yourself and see. Bro, that shit, hell fuck no. Hell fuck no. I'm talking about, bro, and that's why, again, you have to salute the black businesses that's able to stay afloat for that long of a time. That most definitely is not an easy thing to do. Shout out to these businesses that's been staying afloat for over 20 some odd years. Let alone you stay in business and stay in business for over 60 years, over 40 years for another one, 40 years for another one, 50 years for this one. So it's like young people just need to take notes. Good afternoon, Johnny Blake. Good afternoon, Tanya. Blue hair don't care. Look, Deja Vu. They make it the same way. They've been making it that way for forever. So it's like, again, you have to see for yourself. But man, I'm talking about, man, look, I will even make a trip from out west and go all the way to old-fashioned donuts. I should do a video about that. I should, yeah. I should do. Matter of fact, I am. I'm going to take y'all on a trip and we're going to go to old-fashioned donuts. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And then that way, Carlos, I can show you better than I can tell you. Bro, they even sell They even sell food up out of there too. Not just the donuts. You get hot dogs, burgers. Okay, Nurse Betty, I will. Hell yeah. Because look, Nurse Betty gonna put in her orders. She be like, yeah, John, pick me up like 6 of them donuts. Nurse Betty, soon as you know I'm going there, you gonna be like, yeah, pick me up like 6 of them joints. You know what I'm saying? 6 of them. Shit. Look, Nurse Betty, I'm already knowing. Yeah, you know I meet you some damn well, but yeah, since you there now, since you done made the trip, go ahead and pick me up like 6 of them glazed. Yeah, I'm telling you, even the food. Right, Nurse Betty, that's what I'm saying. Like, it don't stop just with the donuts. The food is good. Like, you can't even miss with the food either. You're not missing at all there at Old Fashioned Donuts. You're not missing. Yes, you is. Look, Deja Vu, yes, you is. Yes, you is. You gonna watch? Yes, you is, Deja Vu. I'm gonna make sure, because then I'm gonna tag your name. I'm gonna put it up in the description box, so that way you know I'm going to Old Fashioned Donuts. Yeah. So you know Deja Vu. You going. Don't worry about Deja Vu. You gonna look at that live. Yeah, you gonna look at that live. I ain't even worried about all that. Now, shout out to Carlos King, and he put this out a day ago, right? Now, here's the skinny of it, because I didn't watch the video as of yet. I wanted to go over it with y'all, right? But the title that Carlos King put out, My Mama Beat Me. 13-year-old daughter calls for help after her and her mama had a fight. I say, oh, shit. Here we go with these youngins. They able to call the police the minute mama put hands on them, or the minute daddy put hands on them. They call the police and get them arrested. And this is seeming like this is one of those type of cases right here. Now, again, YouTube, this is not of my own content. Shout out to Carlos King for getting this body cam footage content. Fair use allows me to give critique, give my point of view without any malice intent. This is all for educational and entertainment purposes only.
Somebody has to leave. Now, I don't know what the hell is going on with this whole situation. All I see is somebody at the top of the staircase being held. But y'all already know this. We're here for anyways to check it out and see what the hell is going on. I'm just downloading things and coming straight to y'all with it. So, we're going to find that together like we always do, basically. But anyway, if you're a supporter of mine and want to jump in on this sweepstakes, all you got to do is go down there, click that link and get you some entries. And you click the link. I got to describe it to some people. You click the link, scroll to the bottom, get as many entries as you want to get, and you're entered to win. You will be receiving an email right after that showing you your entries. And also, if you don't know what I got going on, I got a 2026 Chevy Trax that I'm giving away to one of my supporters, August the 1st. I have a bonus going on from now probably until next Sunday or something like this. So if you want to take a chance, go ahead and take a chance, but I might remove it before then. So it's best just to get in when I'm letting you know I got these bonuses going on, if that's what you choose to do. But everybody who has won a vehicle has won during a...
Okay, let's get to the meat and potatoes.
She pushed me in my face. I said, what did I do? And then she went in, so I said, bro, I hate you. And I tried to walk out, and she dragged me by my hair. Her face, her neck, her arms.
You can't be. Mama done jumped on.
On January 12th, 2024, officers with the Riviera Beach Police Department were dispatched to an apartment on Avenue E after an anonymous neighbor called in an unknown disturbance next door. What they arrived to was a 13-year-old girl who claimed her own mother had turned on her physically, leaving her bleeding and shaken. Officers rushed to the scene and were met by a visibly distressed daughter standing outside the residence.
And you know what, bro? These kids sit up here and call the police on their mom and daddy for some bullshit that they did. Mama then tighten up on the damn girl, and now she's so embarrassed and messed up about mama tightening on up. Now the police got to be involved. Now DCFS got to be involved, and these, I'm telling you, that right there ain't cool. Mama probably doing the best that she could under the circumstances that she's dealt with, right? I'm not going to completely jump out the window on this woman. And now you're sending your mom to jail because now, of course, you're going to be able to show the police officer bruises. I'm sure that she ain't got no problem telling the police, yeah, I beat your ass. But these young people sit up here and cry and whoo and cry. And then sit up here and tell the police one thing and make it seem like it's way more than what it really is. It was you that messed up and you got beat. Take your beating like you supposed to and shut up.
Hey, bro. You need medicine? Oh, please take her. Please take her, bro.
Wow.
What's going on?
My daughter thinks she can come in. Oh, take her. She come out here with me. Let's go. I told her to get up and get ready for school. Take me, bro.
Okay, what's going on though? I mean, it's just because you won't go to school?
No. She put her hands on me. She thinks she can. So I showed her. Yeah, that's right.
How old are you?
Right. Look, wait a minute. And especially if her daughter frogged up at her and put her hands on her first, like wait a minute now. Come on now, you frogging up at your own mama and you didn't think your mama was gonna beat that ass? Come on, man. Like, come on. See, that's what I'm saying though, Nurse Petty. They won't tell the full story. They only gonna tell the story of her ass getting her ass whooped. Man, that's petty as hell.
13.
Hold on. I gotta say something for somebody who don't know me or know nothing about me and my channel. See this and think I'm over here laughing because of a child being allegedly beat. Lord have mercy. I just know that kids got a smart mouth when they get a certain age. They try to.
Right. Look. Damn all that. If you trying to discipline your kid and you didn't put your hand on them first, and they frog up at you and put their hands on you, and they thinking they grown, look, at that point, now I could put your ass the fuck down. The fuck we talking about here? We not gonna sit up here and play. I ain't gonna even sit up here and play no games with y'all that way. It is disrespectful for a child to frog up at their parents. Your days will be short, okay? Honor thy mother and my father. Sit up here and frog up at your goddamn mama or your daddy. Otherwise, you're bogus. I look at you stupid. I look at you different. I really look at you different. Because if you will frog up at your mama and your daddy, that means you don't give a fuck about nothing. No, you stay the fuck away from me then. Any kid, ladies and gentlemen, fuck my opinion. No, this is a fact. If any kid I hear a frog up at their mama or their daddy, that means they don't give a fuck about nobody then. And why would I want to be around somebody like that?
test you and shit, and sometimes you have to show them, but you never are supposed to beat them. So I got to make sure that shit is crystal clear, and I ain't laughing at no kids, because if you rock with me, you know how I get down. I'm all for them kids, man, and I want whatever to come to you if you're doing shit to these kids unprovoked. But yeah, let's get back into it. I just had to say that disclaimer real quick. Let's go.
What else was it about? Just because you wouldn't go to school?
No, I told her to get up, get ready for school. Sorry.
She has still tired.
So she gets out. That's why she still she's here. She's still in bed.
She what?
She still is in bed.
Okay.
So I had to get up, wipe down my friend's couch. So listen, I tell her to go get in the shower. She goes and get in the shower, and then she walks in the room. I tell her to get what you need to get out of the room, and come on, let's go. So she goes in the room, and she's like, so I go in there, and I'm like, what the fuck did I just say?
Right.
Told you to get your shit and come on.
Right.
She's like, oh God, why you always doing this? So I'm like, Zaria, get your motherfucking ass out of here. Like I said.
Right.
So she thought she could be, she got to swing it on me. No, you can't be.
Did she push you first, or she took a swing at you?
Yeah,
How did
she's
she do
13.
it? What did she do? I mean, just explain.
Swinging.
Just start.
Swinging. She's 13.
All right. Mom, what's your first name?
Monica.
It didn't take long for officers to sense that tensions inside that apartment had been running dangerously high, and that morning things had finally boiled over. The daughter was clear. Her mother had been physical with her. Monica had the same story, just with herself as the victim. She told officers her daughter had swung at her first, and that everything she did was purely in self-defense. Coming up, officers had to cut through two conflicting accounts to figure out what had really gone down inside that home.
And I just had a CMS with her. She called or whatever.
Damn.
But this is my personal issue. She's 13 years old. You're going to respect her. You're going to respect her.
Okay. What's her name? Okay. Is there anybody else in the house that watched it?
No.
Oh, I see you got her name tattooed on you there.
It's all over.
Huh?
It's all over. It's all over. But she always thinks she can get slick and thinks she can do whatever the fuck she wants to do. It's not happening.
All right. Just hang out here a second. Let me go talk to her real quick. So, how did you guys end up here? Did you guys stay the night, or you just came over?
No, just came over.
Okay. Yeah, Mom, just stay right there. Let me talk to her. Huh? What happened this morning?
I was taking a shower. I got out. And I in her room so I could smell lotion. I went in her room and I was getting the lotion and I was telling her, asking her what she would look good with my shirt. And then my mom, she came and she was like, y'all about me talking to her. Why did she hide? And every time she did how she did this to me. So she went and came in the room and she put in my face. I said, what did I do to you? And then she again, so I said, bro, I hate you. And I tried to walk out and she dragged me by my hair and I had a ponytail in and she pulled it out. And I walked my hair and then she was so I started to for that. And then she kept me, so I was hitting her back in my head. She grabbed me and I was like, stop. So I stopped and she just sat there with me and I just sat there. And I just let her hit me and I didn't care. And I told her and I kept every time she hit me, I said, I didn't care, I don't care.
That's what she was screaming when you before I got here. You could hear her saying, I don't care. That's what I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not going with her, so y'all gonna have to take one of her still. I'm not going.
She was getting ready for school. Mom's supposed to be on some 47, 30 pounds or something. They don't even live here. They came here to shower. They're homeless. So.
She said they live over off the North Lake Shore Court or something.
Yes, we live with her friend. So we don't have to.
Hey, G Mama Body.
Okay, because obviously her story's a little different. It's that she was telling me to do stuff and you didn't do it. She told you to get the clothes out of the room that you needed, go take a shower. You were taking your time or whatever. You turned and got in her face or something like that. You started swinging at her, and then.
And it's sad to say, Nurse Petty, but they days won't be long sitting up here disrespecting elder people, your mom, your dad. Like, I wouldn't give a damn how mad I was at my mom or my dad. I still wouldn't disrespect them, though. Like, blatantly disrespect them? No, I wouldn't do that. Even me being grown, that ain't, look, I'd rather not just even talk to him then. If that's the case, then if I know I ain't gonna have nothing nice to say. But the whole out just be disrespectful, no, I'm not doing that. I just stay away. Shit. Look, at least if they call, look, I can look, mama, yeah, I love you, mama, I love you to death. But mama, what's going on? I have to hurry them on up and get to the damn point. If you know, but still, I'm not gonna ever in sound mind disrespect my parents or disrespect older people, period. Never. I used to run for my mama every goddamn time, Nurse Betty. Shit. Wouldn't fight my goddamn mom. I used to run from her. And then, and even worse, she 5'11", at a little bit over 200 pounds. Hey, LaTanya, shit, I wasn't fucking with my damn mama like that. Hell no. Hell no. My mama big. My mama, her hands big too. She got mitts just like I do. So, I didn't play. I didn't even play. I played no games with mom. I might have played on her, you know. Of course, I'd have played on her, but I wasn't playing like that though. I still knew how far to take her because my mama would flip the fuck out, and you know when she flips out, all hell really breaks loose. Yeah, LaTanya, she swung at her mama, and she trying to get her mama locked up. Ain't that some shit? You trying to get your mama locked up and you feel away because she told you to do something, and this 13-year-old girl smelling herself. That's all what it is. But she's smelling herself to a point where she felt compelled to swing at her own mama. That right there ain't right at all on no level. I don't give a damn. She should have took that ass whooping and just left it for what it really is. But the swing on your own mama, no, under no circumstances is that ever going to be cool.
Then she obviously did what she did. She's
Fired up.
She what?
Her face, her neck, her arms. She was drugged. You just dropped something leering.
After hearing the daughter's full account of what had happened, the situation flipped entirely. The girl showed visible signs of an altercation with an injured lip and several marks across her body. She told officers her mother had grabbed her by the hair and dragged her before turning towards her face multiple times. Monica, by contrast, had no visible marks whatsoever. Officers now turned their attention to a potential witness who may have seen or heard enough to determine whose version of events held up.
But still,
I can get my auntie.
what's the auntie name?
The auntie, yeah, Auntie, the one that's your aunt? What's her name?
Brittany.
Brittany, okay. She's the one that.
Uh-oh. I know there's no witness in there. Oh, shit.
Boyfriend last time. Or second to last time.
I'll talk to you.
Brittany, did you see any of what happened this morning? Did you see any of it?
She had a problem with going through the bathroom. So she was asleep, and her mom
Freaked out.
didn't want the other people in my house to know. I don't know what the happened.
Because mom looks a lot better than daughter. Daughter looks like she took the brunt of whatever happened. Now, my worry is, did you see who started the physical first? Mom did? Mom grabbed her. Okay. She never got her hair. Okay, that's what.
Oh, mama going to jail.
Damn. Yeah, I gotta agree. The mama is gonna go to jail because if a witness even saw her hit her first, regardless of what the daughter did after the fact, even though the daughter should have never had even swung at the mama in the first place, Yeah, pretty much, KTC, especially once the police get involved with it.
What's that?
Yeah, fresh laws.
Okay.
Hey, I even get your point about that though, but god damn, you see how these kids will do you? Boy, I'm talking about, boy, they brutal. Boy, they call the police on you. Hey, don't you put your hands on me, I'll call the goddamn police on you. Uh-oh. Latanya ain't playing no games. I done already told the kids in my house, if I gotta go to jail because you acting up and swing on me, I bet you I'm gonna get my money's worth in bail money and fines and fees. I know that shit right, Latanya. You say, fuck that shit, then. Yeah, I'm gonna make it worth it then, since you motherfuckers go call the goddamn police on me, shit. Hey, okay, well, fuck it then, because I'm a bond out, I'm gonna pay, but shit, I'm gonna make it all worth it.
Did mom drive here?
Huh?
Did mom drive here?
Yes.
Okay, so she has a car.
Yes.
Well, the sad side of it is, I don't know. I'm gonna call the sergeant most likely. Because, I mean, Florida has corporal punishment, but not your kid in the face.
Yeah, she tripping.
You know, you want to, speak your kid and, maybe stop around a little bit, but you're not supposed to leave marks, and she's got to hook you out. So, mom, my hand up goes. I don't know. We're gonna talk.
Now, with all of that shit going on, that makes things 10 times worse because, you done damn near snap. Because I'm going to put it like this. Her telling on you or her means a lot. Like, and then she said she can stay with me. And then she said she don't know why. Shit must have been bad over there. So, yeah, I definitely think that if you out here tripping like that, your ass need to go to jail, bro. Calm your ass down, man. These is kids. They are going through the phases, you know what I'm saying? But to be out there just
Boy. Times have changed, ladies and gentlemen. Times have changed. Because something like that, if that would have happened back in the day, man, wouldn't no police that ever had got called back in the day. Even if the mama would have still beat up her daughter, okay. Shit, because in your mind, you figure like, hell, well, maybe she deserved getting her ass whooped or something. Now, again, I ain't talking about being brutal and really just, I ain't talking about it that way, but at 13, the stern ass whooping shit, it is what it is. Especially if she didn't cross the line.
going crazy like that don't make no sense to me. Now, if you're getting hit on and stuff, I can understand you retaliating and doing what you got to do, but you still got to limit yourself with that because you can be tripping. These are kids still, you know what I'm saying? But I know these kids get out of line. A lot of people snap. They already got enough shit going on. The kids don't want to listen and stuff like that. And I know it's going to be people in the comments that's going to say, mama did what mama needed to do and shit like that. And I just want to say, it's a limit to everything. And I always remember that it's a kid at the end of the day. If they're not directly putting your life in danger and shit like that, try to calm down, man, as much as possible. But hey, you your own person, you're grown as hell and you can do what the hell you want to do. But yeah, make sure that you try not to overdo shit. Let's get back into it.
I mean, in a perfect world, you would hope that you would never have to beat your child. But then, then you want, I don't want to psychoanalyze this woman and say that she's not a good mother towards her daughter and she haven't teach her any type of values of how to be a woman and how to conduct herself. I don't know all of that. right? To me, this may just be an isolated situation. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't want to blow proportion on a situation like this. Now, if the mother has a history of beating her daughter, whatever the case may be, then that would be a whole different ball game. But like, if this is an isolated situation, like, I'm not about to sit up here and have no real big outrage about that, because at the end of the day, most of y'all got kids on up here in this chat. And look, we all human. Sometimes you probably have, if you ever had to touch up on your child, sometimes they might have got you on the wrong day. They may have got an extra, a little bit more extra than what you was willing to put up in it. But then you find a way to come back, and you knowing that you went a little bit too damn far. I'm not saying it's not going to ever happen, because it will happen. We are all human beings, ladies and gentlemen. And sometimes certain things that happen, you really have to have a lot of discernment, and you got to have a judgment call on how the situation really is. Now, that's a good point, KTC. If that was a history, she wouldn't be jumping at her mother. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, every situation is really not the same. You really got to use your common sense and understand. Now, again, if she had a history of this, then that's a whole different ball game. But like an isolated situation like this, that young girl, I believe, just was acting out. She didn't get her way. Her mama probably was in a bad mood at that point when she did all that, and just went overboard with the putting foot the ass. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it's to a point where they need to take the girl and all this and that. Like I feel like that's, to me, overkill.
The daughter probably has a problem with it.
I like her hair.
And she made an accident, and she gets upset about it, which I guess she's 13, but she didn't want anybody in the house to know about it. Or I guess mom didn't want anybody in the house to know about it. That's what the I don't care was. But mom went to grab on her, and I guess she was probably giving her some lip or whatever, but mom grabbed her first. And she didn't grab her. That's not against the law. You're not supposed to leave marks and stuff like that. So
that's one reason why I don't feel that she's covered.
Yeah.
The only reason I say that because I had the situation where a mom came and tried to find her in one case. I don't know if you were there, but also you were there. But daughters would run away, and then the daughter, like, French jumped the mom. Mom, saw it, but you know she yelled at me. And he said, "Well, why didn't you?" I was like, "Well, she was trying to get her child to go home. Right. And she's been running away she's been missing for like a whole week or something."
Right.
And they're like, the marks and stuff. Just because how her lip looks and stuff, I would, granted, the child could be lippy, but us, if we were to just start getting in the face, bottom or whatever, the lips, she scratched all over her face.
Yeah, if she wants to see her kid, that's one thing, but letting her about the face.
It's all over her face and her neck, and everything is.
Yeah. So I take her for the child.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's 13.
Yeah.
No matter if the child gives you lip or not,
I know.
Punch her in the face and drag her. She said you drag her and her hair.
Yeah.
You can tell her ponytail if you have a ponytail on her. You lose her down, her hair's ripped out.
Exactly.
That's why she's taking it out.
At this point, what the evidence was pointing to stood painfully clear. The injuries were on the teen girl, not on the mother. And yet, even as officers began laying out what came next, Monica continued to act as if she had done nothing wrong, but officers weren't buying it.
I guess I'll take mom for the elements.
Pop her out.
All right. Yeah. The unfortunate thing is here, you can't your child. I'm okay with you spanking her and all that stuff. You understand what I'm saying? I come here and she's got a outlet. It's all her hair's pulled out. She's got scratches all over her arms. She's got scratches.
Yeah, I have scratches on me too.
I understand that.
She swallowed me.
I understand that, but you can't You can't her like that. I mean, it's a totally different thing than corporal punishment in the state of Florida. If I came here and she was red on her or red on her back or whatever, fine. I'm okay with that.
She's 4
I understand that. I understand, and that's the other thing. She's 13. Okay, I can't not. I understand what you're saying. As a mom, as a parent, I get it, but you can't be beating on her. There's a difference between discipline and on somebody. There's a difference.
I hit her like 1 or 2 times, but I really was holding her down with my knee.
Right.
I had her on the ground and I was holding her down with my knee.
But here's the thing: if I leave and don't do anything about it, just write a report on it, and somebody watches my camera and sees her bloody lip, who do you think they're going to come to talk to? They're
You going to jail. You going to jail. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, mama. You going to jail. You just went a little bit too far with it. Now, that's a good question, Egan. Is there a father in the house? Apparently, it don't seem so. Apparently, allegedly. I'm not sure. You know, this is a body cam footage, so I'm not sure about that type of info. But this to happen down there in Florida, right? Carlos. So you know about women sitting up there beating on their kids like this, and you ain't report them? Come on, Carlos, man. Now you know the mama wasn't right for beating that girl like that up. That I mean, now I'm all for little punishment and all that. Wait a minute, KTC. I can't take you, KTC. I really can't. I can't take you.
come talk to me, and I'm going to lose my job, and I've got kids to take care of, and it's domestic. I have no other alternative.
I have one too, though.
You look, you're the adult in the situation. She's 13.
You're right.
Regardless, these have to be alone now.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So you are
Understood.
okay.
That's understood.
What's understood is you about to go to jail. Your daughter got you locked up. Okay, VSG, thank you for tuning in to the show. Thank you. You going to jail. I'm sorry, but you going to jail. You went a little bit too far with the beating. Now, I ain't going to sit up here and criticize you for chastising your daughter, but you went too far with it.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you know your daughter.
It sounds worse than it is, but when it is your child, it's not considered a simple battery. You have to call it. It's the same, basically.
Wow. He tried to soften the blow for it, but no, yeah, it sound very, very bad. Child abuse. Come on. No, look, the officer's trying to soften the blow for it, ladies and gentlemen. He's trying to soften the blow. He's like, yeah, it sounds worse than what it really is. No, child abuse. That's what it is. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Look, the disgust look on her face right now says it all, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah, she disgusted right now.
Okay. Yeah, go that way, guys.
So that means that, look, say less. You on to something. That young girl most definitely don't love her mama at all. She do not love her mama at all, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, shit. I didn't know about this. Okay. That is really right there though, deja vu. If you really think about that part of it though, right? For any child to sit up there and if it be that bad for you to call the police on your own mama, on your own daddy, like damn, like you really don't want to be around them then. Like you figuring some other way would be better than you living with being with your mom or your dad for you to even involve the police. Damn.
This is the first time you've been arrested?
No, it's not.
For domestic?
Yep.
On her too? Okay.
Wait a minute.
What was the domestic charge?
Yeah, domestic period.
Boyfriend. Oh, you had it for domestic. Okay. All right. They're not going to let her take that into the jail. She take it on property. Black female tested.
What up with the silly man? What's the word?
In the end, Monica Hightower was arrested and charged with others with great bodily harm. She was transported to the Palm Beach County Jail and booked with no bond. As for Monica, this would not be her last encounter with law enforcement. New records show that she was arrested again in 2025 on a separate domestic battery charge, suggesting that what officers witnessed that January morning was far from an isolated incident.
Man, that's the end of that situation, man.
Damn. That is wild as hell. That's wild as hell, man. So it runs real deep. It runs real deep, ladies and gentlemen. God damn. Man, look, I hope that young lady is around family members. I hope the young lady's father is in her life. Maybe the father could come in and step in and take care of her, because obviously it seems like the mama really, she had up with seeing, it seems like, but I'm just assuming, so I don't know. We got breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. We got breaking news. Legendary music producer Clive Davis has died at the age of 94.
Meantime, we do have some breaking news as well at this hour. This is from TMZ right here, as it has been announced that legendary music mogul Clive Davis has died at the age of 94. A little bit more information as we are continuing to follow this breaking news at this hour here on Live Now from Fox. Clive Davis, the legendary music mogul who helped launch the careers of icons like Whitney Houston, Aretha Franklin, Kelly Clarkson, and so much more, has died. He died Monday at his home in New York City, and the cause of death at this time is unclear. But according to TMZ's previous reporting, there were concerns about his health just weeks ago when he was hospitalized in New York with an upper respiratory infection. He was discharged on June 4th, returning home, with one of his reps telling TMZ he was in good spirits and recovering. Clive Davis, his career spanned over 6 decades. He shaped the sound of popular music from his executive suite, and he also earned a reputation as a kingmaker who had an ear for talent, changing the industry forever. So he discovered Whitney Houston. He also founded Bad Boy Records with Sean Diddy Combs, and signed, developed, and championed many of the biggest names in music, including Alicia Keys, Janis Joplin, Barry Manilow, Bruce Springsteen, and so many others. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2000, and really became almost as famous as his star-studded annual Grammy Gala as he was for discovering talent. So he did battle some previous health conditions, including Bell palsy in 2021, but he remained active in the music world well into his 90s. Such an impact on the music industry as generations of artists owe part of their success to his guidance and ability to spot a star. Clive Davis was 94 years old. We are continuing to keep an eye on social media for any reaction from some of these many stars and singers and others that he worked with during his storied career. And of course, we will continue to share those with you.
Well, I can read the room and tell that it's probably going to be some content creators that's really going to talk cash money shit about Clive Davis. Now, I know about him, and I know the type of business that he was doing and all this and that. Me personally, I'm not going to speak ill will of the man. I didn't do no business with him, so, I mean, it don't affect me not one iota. But, you know, y'all, to each his own. Y'all can have y'all opinion about however. I ain't tripping about it either way. I feel no way about him, but, you know, he lived a long life, 94. Respect that and just let it be what it's going to be. But, like, I mean, I don't know him to, like, really make a real big fuss about it. But like I said, he lived a long life, so that goes without saying. But like, other than that, like, I ain't, you know, I can't say if he was a good man or a bad man because I've never dealt with him, so I don't know. But again, you know, everybody gonna have their opinion. Everybody gonna have their opinion about the man as far as when he was living and how he did business, you know. But hey, if you dealt with the man and you know he was doing shady business and you still dealt with him, then to me that's on you. You feel what I'm saying? Because you get what you get. Now I wonder where all that money that he got though, KTC. I wonder where the money gonna go to. You know what I'm saying? Do he got any kids or anything like that? Anybody surviving him, a wife or anything like that? Like, what all that money that he done duffed from these artists over the course of time, right? Where do that money go to now? I wonder. That's what I wonder. Yeah, that's the only thing that I'd be wondering about that whole thing. Like, where's all his assets, whatever he done accumulated over the course of time of his 94 years on this earth? Like, where is it now? Where is it gonna go to? Like, I don't even know if Clive Davis even got any kids or was he married or none of that. Oh, goddamn, KTC, you said it go to Diddy. Oh, goddamn, Diddy about to get all that bread. Diddy about to get all that bread. Oh, shit. Diddy about to get that bread. Goddamn, Diddy. Take that, take that, take that. Goddamn. Boy, ain't that some shit? Diddy been good all this goddamn time, boy. He just sat back and came into it. Look, it just plopped on his lap. Bloop, bloop. Plopped right on his goddamn lap, goddamn it. Bloop. Oh, hell no, silly Dan. Hell no, man. Oh, he got 4 kids. Oh, well, shit. Well, we already know where it's going to now. It more than likely is going to go to his kids. More than likely is going to go to his kids. One of his kids is still in the music industry too. So, and they'll be straight, you know. Yeah, especially shit, as much money as Clive been able to duff from these major artists, particularly black artists. You feel what I'm saying? You know for a fact he got old money and new money. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, they his grandkids and his kids cool. They straight. Hopefully they smart enough to keep it going though. You feel what I'm saying? That's the whole thing. It ain't about you obtaining wealth. It's all about how you gonna be able to sustain it and keep growing. You feel what I'm saying? People be so concentrated on getting the load. How you gonna keep your load? How you gonna keep it sustainable for you to continue to keep your load and build off your load? That's the real thing. Oh Lord. Now that I didn't know. Steely Dan say he can't spend that bag in hell. God damn, Steely Dan. You said Clive Davis going straight to hell, huh? Lord Jesus Christ. Boy, that's harsh to the motherfucker right there. You said that man can't spend that money in jail. And hell, fuck jail, hell. God damn. Hell? The fuck? God damn, boy. Well, Steely Dan, boy, I see you most definitely feel a way about Clive Davis. You like, fuck that. You like, man, look. Look, KTC say his lover gonna get some money. Wait a minute, hold on. Allegedly, he unalived Phyllis Hyman? Man, now you know Phyllis Hyman is before my time though, Steely Dan. That's around your time too. So I think you will know better than me. Yeah, you heard what he said, Willie. What up with it, Willie? What's the word, man? Happy Monday to you, bro. You heard what he just said. Hey, Miss Eve, how you doing? Happy Monday to you. Happy Monday. Uh-oh. Steely's Dan say, drop the link. Oh, shit. Miss Eve even said he unalived a lot of people. Oh, hell no. All right, Steely Dan, the link is pinned, man. I just pinned the link. God damn, man. Oh, shit. Well, I know a lot of people going to have a field day with Clive Davis then. Yeah, they going to have a field day, boy. They going to disrespect the hell up out of that man. And I'm already reading the room even from here, me talking about it. Right, look, I don't even want to, Look, hey, big sis, I don't even want to put that type of thing up in the air because I don't even know. Stilly Dan, what's the word, man?
What's up, JB, my brother? Happy belated Juneteenth, my brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Happy Juneteenth to you, bro.
Hey, let me run down.
No, go ahead.
Let me run down a couple. Let me run down a couple of receipts, okay? So I don't just be popping off at the net. Way before Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey, there was a beautiful foundational Black American female artist that came up out of Philadelphia. Her name was Phyllis Hyman. I know a lot of people know about it. She was one of her greatest gifts was her voice and her beauty. And
what up, Slim?
She was a phenomenal singer. She started off in a high school talent show. And then she went on to work her way up to cruises, singing on cruises and things like that. And just working through the clubs.
Stilly Dan, before you come with the rundown, right? Now that's all cool, right? But I want to be clear. This is all alleged what you're talking about then, right? Because I would need to see some proof behind what you're saying behind Clyde Davis. You know I'm on the monetized channel, so I just need you to be aware that these people will sit up here and we talking about this. I don't want them coming after me for no damn reason. So let's just say, for the sake of argument, what you talking about, can we just say alleged? Since if you're not going to show no proof behind what you're saying, yeah, you can tell me whatever, right? I get it. But I need to see proof. Because I don't need them type of problems over here. That's all. Other than you saying what you gonna say, talk your shit. But like, again, I just want to. If you making some accusations like that, I don't want you to put that like that on my channel, and then, I get the consequences though, Stilly Dan. And I like to make my little passive income. You feel what I'm saying? That's all.
That's perfect. That's perfectly understandable. And the last thing I would ever do is interrupt your bag or block you from getting your bag, because I'm not that kind of player. I'm not that kind of person. I don't do that. I'm an advocate for your channel and what you're doing on YouTube, and I admire you for it. That's why I follow you. And notice that I didn't even get to that part yet. You referring to what I wrote in the chat, and I hadn't even gotten verbally to that part of the discussion. I was laying the groundwork of who this woman was, because a lot of people don't know her. They don't know her track record. People who grew up in the 70s and 80s know her from how phenomenal she was. But she laid the groundwork for people like that. And what I was trying to say is, when she was signed with Clyde Davis, he was just getting off the ground with his recording company, his career. And one of his artists was Phyllis Hyman. And Phyllis Hyman was a versatile singer. She could sing jazz, she could sing pop. This girl was on Broadway. Okay. She had the looks, she had the talent, all of this. Right. Now, what happened was, as it does in the entertainment industry, there's always controversy and fighting between the artists and the record company. And if you ever get a chance, check out her unsung episode on Phyllis Hyman. It was very informative.
Already did, Stilly Dan.
So you know what I'm talking about, right?
All right.
Right.
Yep.
So I like I said, I'm not going to say or do anything to just damage or derogate your channel or block you from the bag. So I know how to do this dance without going there.
Right, because man, look, Steely Dan, I still got to put it on out there for YouTube because I'm the channel holder, and I just want YouTube to understand that everything that, even regardless of the subject, is all alleged. We don't have no proof. I ain't able to show no proof, and neither is you. But we can still give an honest opinion about what possibly could have been, or whatever the case may be. That's all. That's all. But otherwise, I'm letting you talk.
Okay, sir. I appreciate that. It is a known fact that she was at the end of her career when they tried to pigeonhole her into a pop phenomenon and a princess, when she wanted to have more range over her career. She wanted to be able to do Broadway. She wanted to be able to do movies. She did those things. But that interfered with the recording industry and the contract she was under, and they never want to pay you. See, that's the thing with that. They want to block you from making money and on different avenues. They want you to be relying on them. So when I'm telling you about her not being happy with her record company, who the owner is, he's the head of the record company. You know, I mean, he's calling the shots. She couldn't stand that man. So that brought on a lot of stress. Okay. And the stress led from a slender, beautiful, model looking woman to somebody who started to drink and started to abuse substances. And then she started to gain weight. There was an interview with what's his name, had the show, the talk show, the black guy that interviewed Minister Farrakhan. What's his name? Oh man, I can't think of his name, but you know what I'm talking about. They canceled his show.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she was on his show, and she was just being honest. She did a couple of interviews at the end of her career talking about how she was disappointed.
Oh, you just said the name, Donnie Simpson. Yeah.
Donnie Simpson. Yes.
Yeah.
Donnie Simpson. Donnie Simpson. And she did a real depth interview with him, man. And he just was like, it was a beautiful interview, but she was being 100% honest. So me being an admirer of her and her voice and her beauty and love, and I follow her, man, this woman was supposed to perform at, I think it was at the Apollo, but instead they found her dead in her hotel room from a substance overdose. So I guess it was alcohol and painkillers or whatever. And it wasn't the first time. She tried one time, but they found her in time to revive her. And that to this day, that's why when I have this animosity towards Clyde Davis, because he led up to that. He had a lot to do with it. I'm not saying he staged it like Marilyn Monroe and how they found her dead of drugs and all that, but it's too many suspicions. And then you got to think about it. What? The next person they bring in is Whitney Houston, right? So Whitney Houston becomes this huge dramatic star because of the publicity machine behind her. Yes, she was a phenomenal singer, but how many churches in the black community in America have phenomenal singers? But if you get the right publicity machine behind you, where you constantly doing advertisement, you constantly on shows, you're going to have people believe in that. They're going to drink the Kool-Aid. I'm not taking nothing away from Whitney Houston, but she came up next. Whitney Houston was discovered by Clyde Davis. He came up. Then Mariah Carey came up, and you saw how much problems she had with her mental capacity and the stress of that lifestyle. All this is under a demonic influence of Clyde Davis. This man is demonic, and I'm just saying, man. People need to understand. Look at this man's record, and then to have P. Diddy to bankroll P. Diddy to do what he was doing, and all of this stuff came out. I know you've seen the document. So we got Whitney Houston found drowned in a bathtub. We have Phyllis Hyman dead of an overdose in her hotel room. We have P. Diddy drugging people using all kinds of stuff. I ain't gonna even go into detail on that. Everything I'm saying is a fact. Okay. Mariah Carey having to be low-key institutionalized. This man has had he's like an octopus of demonic energy and influence over these people's careers, but they signed up for it.
Dan, Steely Dan, wait a minute, slow down, bro. Slow down, because I gotta interrupt you and play devil's advocate right now. No one forced them to deal with Clive Davis, though. So can they still take some type of accountability for even dealing with the man? Let's just be honest.
Okay, to honestly answer your question, when you're an aspiring artist, there's only a handful of people to rise to that level.
So
and when
Clive
they sign
Davis
up,
was the end all. So okay, so what I'm getting at is, so Clive Davis was the end all be all. So it wasn't other people that could have got them to the top, like Quincy Jones or any other. Is my point. Like,
no, that's not what I'm saying.
End all be all. So that's what I'm saying. So then you got to understand why I'm going in with it. They made a choice to deal with this man.
Of course they did. Of course they did.
So they had to deal with what they had to deal with. So am I really going to sit up here, I'm saying me, right? I can't blame that on Clive Davis, the choices that they made to sit up here and do drugs and get strung out on it and all this and that. Regardless of the stress of and hear me out, regardless of the stress of what they had to go through, it's still, they could have made a sound choice. Mariah Carey wasn't under substance abuse. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, she was a little cuckoo a little bit, maybe because of what was going on. I give all that, but like, she wasn't under substance abuse. I think, to me, we allow too many excuses for the bad choices that these artists make, because no one is putting a gun to their head, though. Steely Dan, is all my point. Now go ahead, because I just wanted to get that part on now too. They got to share some of that responsibility too, of the actions that they make, the decisions that they make in life. Clive Davis didn't make them go there and do no goddamn crack. You know what I'm saying? That was their choice to deal with whatever they need to deal with that man. But it was still their choice to make, to sit up and pour themselves into crack or alcohol or whatever type of drugs that they wanted to indulge in. You feel what I'm saying? So I just don't want to lay it out that way, because that would be highly irresponsible of me not to even say, well, damn. So they didn't make the choice to go and smoke crack and get fucked up. And regardless of the rhyme or reason of why they did it, that still don't negate the fact that they still made that choice to do it anyway. So I don't want to just sit up here and say, well, Clive Davis, yeah, we can assume that, and that's cool. But I'm in sound man, they all still was grown individuals that can make a sound decision about the choices that they want to make. I'm not going to base it and say that Clive Davis and give them that much power. If that makes sense to you right there, what I'm saying.
Okay. I've heard everything you said, and you make legitimate points. And what you're doing is stating the obvious as a counter for what I'm saying. The obvious is, yes, when it comes down to it, you can turn down the contract and walk away. You can turn down the drugs and avoid them. You can turn down the alcohol. I'm not saying that's not the case. And you're absolutely right. They have the choice. But when you get into these litigiousness of the music industry, and you sit down and they lay this contract in front of you, they said for the next 3 years, whatever money you make off music is going to come to the record company, and then we're going to pay you. And the people say, well, sometimes if the smart ones will take a lawyer in to look over the contract, the ones that are not savvy will just go in and sign it. So now you're basically a slave for 3 years to perform when they say perform what they want you to perform, dress the way they want you to dress. And you, like you said, you signed up for it, which is legitimate. But when you got somebody that don't give a damn about, man, when Whitney Houston was dead in that hotel room upstairs, Clive Davis could have pulled the plug and stopped that event that was going on, because it was a ceremony. It was an award ceremony. The woman's body was still upstairs, and he let the place continue what was going on. He never gave a damn about people, man. And then it came out later where he admitted to being homosexual, bisexual. So he was one of those down low white men with a family having sex with men on the low.
Okay, but I don't wanna. Okay.
These are facts.
No, I'm not talking about if it's facts. I don't want to get into what that man's sexuality is. I don't give a fuck about all that. Okay, man, if that's a fact, that's a fact. But like,
it's a fact. It's a fact. I would never say something that's not in print and that hasn't been verified. I'm like, this man is a liar. He's demonic. But see, here's the thing, the only reason we talking about him is because he's passed away.
Right.
And my condolences still go out to his children, because they had nothing to do with what kind of lifestyle he led, and you know that that industry is what is it? David Geffen, Clive Davis. There's a whole in Hollywood. There's a whole gay mafia in the music and television industry that was very close knit, that ruined a lot of people's lives.
Yeah, you said gay people got gangs now. Oh Lord, allegedly, YouTube. Allegedly, it's gay gangs around here, around this motherfucker.
Everybody knows. What's that? Well, we won't even go into that. But no, man, this dude, he put so much pressure on Phyllis Hyman, and she was so depressed. Instead of helping her with a psychologist or a psychiatrist or drug treatment, he could have done that. He could have said, "Hey, Phyllis, I want to send you to rehab, or I want to send you somewhere so you can get professional help." You know what I mean? No, he's up there with them people. Hey, you got a concert to do tonight. I don't care about you. I don't care about you gaining weight.
It's a business, though, Steely Dan. So yeah, would that have been nice of him to do? Yes, you're right about.
No, that should be part. That should be part. Because look how Whitney ended up with her drug abuse.
No, wait a minute. Now I got to play devil's advocate. I got to fight back on that point. He's not obligated to making her go no damn well, because he ain't the one that made her start doing drugs. She did that on her own.
I'm not saying he did. I'm not saying he did.
Bro, he don't owe her shit other than
I never said he did.
Supposed to do.
If
we gonna be honest, she did the drugs. Hey, somebody else help her. His job is to make sure that she produced goddamn records so they all can get paid. So let's just be totally honest, even on that part of
there's accountability to go around with a lot of people, the handlers, But when it comes to the top, when it comes to the CEO or the record company, the man looks he looked at her like a prostitute on the corner.
He was supposed to sit on the rehab because she made the choice to sit up there and get hooked on the drugs in the first place. I don't know too many jobs that's gonna go ahead on and send you to rehab and hey, you know you made a mistake. Now come on,
There's a lot of jobs that do that.
No,
there's a lot of jobs that do that.
It's not, but the music industry, man, them people don't.
That's why it's so corrupt. That's why
going to rehab.
That's why it's so corrupt. That's why so many people go into it and ended up destroying their lives because they don't set up safety guards and parameters to help people.
But
you know, it's
so you don't think? Wait a minute, slow down for a hot little second. So you mean to tell me absolve them for them making poor choices?
No, you don't put.
Wait a minute,
Johnny,
hold on.
Don't put words in my mouth.
So wait a minute, but because that's what it sounds like to
You
me.
sound-
You're not
you-
giving. You need to give them their and hear me out when I'm about to go at with it, right? They got to be held accountable for their own decisions still on what they made. You're asking too much of the man. Look, he giving them a platform to do what they do, no matter if you think he a snake or not, right? That's not his job to sit up there and placate to them, helping themselves when he never got them in that situation. They
Johnny,
made a
you missed
choice.
it.
So
You
like,
missed him.
no, go ahead.
Johnny,
because it just don't sound
Johnny,
right, bro.
Johnny, you're missing the point. You and I both know that you can have somebody and know somebody, and you can give them the wisdom and explain to them, hey, don't touch that stove. That stove is hot. And then they go touch the stove just to have the experience of getting burned. You can tell them, warn them, so on and so on. And when I worked on my company, I've since retired. Through the grace of God Almighty, we had a policy where if we got into a car accident, we would have to take a drop. And everybody knew that. But that didn't stop people from abusing alcohol and drugs. And then when they finally got into an accident and got in trouble, now they're in the clinic looking crazy. But it was too late because they had to take that drop. So once they took the drop and the drop came back dirty, the company like, well, you know what? You failed the drug policy and we're going to have to terminate you. But we'll analyze and we'll think about it and we'll call you back in 6 months to a year.
Right.
And if you go through the drug policy, if you go to treatment, there's a chance you might be able to get your job back. And that's what happened. A lot of guys got in the car accidents, got dirty urinalysis, got laid off, went to the clinic multiple times, not just once. They were able to keep, because a lot of these people had careers 20 years and on. But, you know, it's like all it takes is one police stop after company Christmas policy. And what I'm telling you is facts, because this is what happened. It wasn't me. It was somebody I work with. He's coming home from the Christmas party. He gets pulled over. He tells the police, you know, he hands him his license. They give him a DUI. His license is gone. So when they do the license audit at work, he lies about it and said, well, I left it at home. And they're like, okay, the next month, oh, I forgot to bring it in. I was supposed to bring it in. So they do the check and they find out, oh, this fool been lying to us, which is automatic dismissal. Would you believe they fired the dude, right? He went to the rehab thing for alcohol drug treatment. Well, it was alcohol. They let him back to work. He Comes back to work a month later, he's gone again. I'm like, what happened to such and such? Freddie, let's say his name's Freddie. I said, oh man, Freddie lost his job again, man. He got pulled over for another DUI. And I'm like, wow. But see, when you have a corporation making millions of dollars, they will set that kind of program up. So how hard is it for that Clive Davis, whatever the name of his company was, to have a program like that? They could see certain things. They could say, hey, we know you're having a problem with substance abuse. We want to pay for you to go and such and get treatment. What did they do? They allowed Whitney Houston to make a fool out of herself, to be ridiculed.
Wait a minute, but Steely Dan, just like Men's Health Talk just said, that was her cross to bear, and I stand on that, bro. Look, again, they didn't make her do it though, so that's why I found it hard to just sit up here and lay it out on them. Now, I'm not saying that it couldn't have been the stress of what they was going through. That
very stressful.
To it. That's a different thing, though. But it's
very stressful.
Choice. They made a choice to go to that. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, you're saying that they need to make some type of program for them. So if they does go astray like that off of drugs or substance abuse, whatever, right? That they got. Bro, come on. It's a cutthroat business with the music industry. They don't give a fuck about them as long as they producing. Because guess what? Most artists get their motivation off of what, Steely Dan? Drugs.
Alcohol and drugs. And that's the problem. Exactly. Because
why would they? So think about it that way then. Why would
No.
No, we gonna be real. Why?
Yeah, we gonna be real. Yes, we gonna be real. But you don't have to have.
Reason. But see, you're saying that they should have did that. But
no,
bro, I'm telling you why they don't do that, because that fucks up their money.
No, dude. How are they gonna make? Here. Listen, I don't understand how clear I can make this, bro. And you a smart dude. I'm not saying that there's no accountability on the person using the alcohol and the drugs. There's a huge responsibility on that person, because they shouldn't be doing it in the first place.
Correct. That's all
they're destroying their income by doing that. Look at cats like David Ruffin, Marvin Gaye, Richard Pryor. But we're talking about human beings who are susceptible to all kind of forces unless they give their lives up to the ultimate source of creation, which is you go straight to that Bible, you'll find out what I'm talking about, and I ain't gonna start preaching, but the devil's job is to kill, steal, and destroy. He say, man, ain't no big thing. You just take this drink, this Modelo, and next thing you know, you forgot something. You need to run out, and you get pulled over. Now the cops do it like, wait, hey, you got to take this sobriety test. The devil's job is to kill, steal, and destroy. He works 365 days a year. He works 24 hours a day. He's constantly trying to do his job because he wants to pull as many people down the hell with him. And then he'll have minions. It's like the command of generals and colonels and lieutenants and captains. And then when it gets down to us, they put people like Clive Davis in charge, P. Diddy in charge, to influence these people, to persuade them to work for the powers of evil.
Okay, but wait a minute, but Steely Dan. Okay, so now I got to fight back even with you with that. They still made a choice to deal with these people, though. No one forced them. You know why I got to say it this way? Because see, them people that we talk about that deals with these people that you call devils, they knew that too, and they still dealt with them. So I don't have no sympathy for them, though. Not that way. I don't.
When you
have sympathy for these motherfuckers when they already just seen that these motherfuckers is snakes. They up to no good. They just want what the fuck they want, but yet and still they still got in the bed with them.
Okay, I concur, and I agree 100% with what you just said. The thing is, whatever you're doing, if you're doing it to glorify God and to raise Him up and praise Him, then you're on the right track. But if you're doing it for to promote yourself, self-grandizement, if you're doing it because of pride, if you're doing it to have sex with different women in every part of the world, when you get ready to be able to smoke or snort as much coke and all this other stuff, there are consequences with that. When they got Whitney Houston, she was a young girl straight out of church that learned her craft in the church. Her ancestry had phenomenal singing talents. Her mother, her aunt.
Go ahead, Steely Dan. Go
all
ahead.
These people.
Bro. I'll be right back. Go ahead.
All these people, and I don't believe for 1 second when she sat down in front of Clive Davis, she knew what she was dealing with. She had no clue who this man was, because they're not going to show you who they are when they about to make this deal where they're going to get you to sign over. And then when you get, all you want to do is go in there, sign this contract, make some money, say, okay, God gave me this gift, I'm going to use it. So then they start they start molding her and creating her career and guiding her. Whereas before with Phyllis Hyman, Phyllis was a professional. Phyllis was multi-talented. Phyllis was the predecessor. She was already on Broadway. She'd already there's a movie with Fred Williamson that she was in. She's done a couple of movies. So she wanted to expand her life and broaden her horizons. Clive Davis canceled all that. He's like, no, we just need you to get up on that stage and sing. So after a while, she's like, man, I done made a deal that's really jacked up, and they won't work with me. They could have worked with Phyllis and allow her more creativity with her contract. But Clive Davis, all he's thinking about is the numbers. All he's thinking about is the dollars, which is understandable because he's a businessman. He don't care about human life. When it boils down to it, man, the love of money is something else. It could be your ultimate destruction, craving money and everything that goes with it. And I'm not saying that them taking the drugs, smoking the weed, doing the coke was something they could have avoided that. They could have not done that. They could have been. I'm pretty sure Whitney has gone to rehab a couple of times, but after a while, when you're so famous, everybody in TMZ, they follow your every move. You can't leave the house. All that is stressful. All that leads to anxiety. How do you relieve it? Some people relieve it with alcohol. Some people relieve it with drugs. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. I'm like, that dude, Clive Davis, man, that dude is something else. Because I know the history of that dude, man. And he's like the octopus with the tentacles on so many devastated lives. People that are in jail or in the ground because of Clive Davis.
But wait
and the
a minute,
way he handled business.
Now, Steely Dan, I gotta interrupt you. It's something that you just said, right? That's very interesting. For the love of money, right?
Yeah.
For the love of money. So guess what? They had to love. They had to have the love for the money just as much as Clive Davis to even do business with him, right? They had to, because see, the people that you named, right? Whitney Houston, Phyllis Hyman, right? Now I done looked at all the unsung
P. Diddy, P. Diddy,
P. Diddy, right? You can add all them, right? P. Diddy had a business relationship with Clive Davis, right?
Yes.
Now, P. Diddy did sit up here and do all type of, like, he might have popped some pills and all this and that or whatever.
What?
Caught up. He got caught up. That's why I'm breaking it all down. Yes, he did get caught up.
Caught up.
But he still was able to obtain a lot of resources and a lot of financial support, right? Because of him playing the game a certain way. Now, again,
selling his bunkie.
Hey, that's his
wait a
business,
minute.
though.
You
But
heard the tape.
That's his
Didn't
business.
you hear that tape of P. Diddy and the so-called, I don't know who the other guy was, but didn't you hear that tape?
I did.
Come on, man. Come on. You've seen the documentaries.
But Steely Dan, I don't get caught up with it that way, because you know why? Because at the end of the day, right, everybody bears their own cross in life. So people make their choices in life according to how they want to live. They want to live a certain way. They want to be on the upper echelon.
They sell their souls.
Well, okay, if that's what you want to say, that's your opinion. All I
they
want to say,
sell their souls.
They did what they had to do to live a certain type of lifestyle, so they sacrificed a little bit of themselves to be able to get to a certain point where they need to be. I think a lot of people do that. A lot of people sacrifice a little bit of themselves to get to a certain point where they need to be. I think it's everybody. I think everybody does that has any type of ambitions about themselves. Name me one person that don't have to do some other shit that don't have nothing to do with what they really trying to do, but they figure in order for them to get to a certain point, they got to do it. It's the same thing if you be in college and you go to these and you sign up to be in a frat, in a fraternity.
Oh boy, am I glad you mentioned that. I glad you mentioned that.
Ain't it about the same thing that they have to do then? They teaching them at college level on how to bow down just to be able to get what the fuck you want.
Right. There's this thing called the Babylonian Mystical School. Okay. Now I'm not going to go into a whole diatribe, but after Noah rested the ark and his sons came out and the rest of his family came out and they started populating the rest of the world, repopulating the world. One of his sons had a son called Cush. And that son went on to be a great builder and a great hunter. And he and his tribe started hooking up with the Nephilim. And the Nephilim started teaching humanity some of the same principles that led up to the God flooding the earth and killing everybody. And most of those teachings were taught in the Babylonian Mystical School. The Tower of Babel. I don't know if you're familiar with that part. They wanted to be like God. So they didn't want to have no more floods and get flooded out. So they started building this structure to keep from being flooded. But skip ahead to the Babylonian Mystical Schools, all these satanic organizations like the, what do you call it? Freemasons, these fraternities, these Greek fraternities, it's ridiculous how these people don't know the history behind that crap. It's all skull and bones. They just want to be a part of a group. And then when they get in that group, they realize, wait a minute, you mean I got to bend over and have a corn cob stuck up my behind? Or I need to, I'm telling you, you've seen some of those frats. Haven't you seen those frats where they have to do the craziest stuff? They have to pour mayonnaise all over you.
And I'm glad that we touched on this, though, right? Because Steely Dan, under no circumstances, right?
No, me either.
Circumstances.
Never.
I'm not doing that.
Never.
I'm not doing nothing that will go against what I believe and what I stand for nobody. I don't give a fuck about no group. Fuck this group. Matter of fact, hold on. I'm saying this straight out, ladies and gentlemen. Fuck a group. I'm my own group.
Right.
Okay? I never, in sound mind, even thinking to myself like, damn, I'm supposed to be a part of a group. That shit ain't what it is. You could collab with people that's like-minded just like you, but it don't have to mean that you in a fucking group. No, I'm not in no.
Or bow down to somebody who's leading the group. You can't just go join the group and be part. No, you have to follow their orders. They like turn left, turn right. Squat, jump on one leg.
Steely Dan, and think about it. Even with games, right? Let's go there.
Bingo. All
right.
Bingo. You hit it right on the head.
You got to do things within a game that you ain't never did before. And if your parents have taught you any type of sense about things, then it goes all against what you was taught. So it's like, damn, you conflicted, right? Let's touch on that part, right? Then you make a decision and you do it.
Okay. 1971, me, my mom, and my sister, I'm 11 years old. We move over to 74th and Emerald, right? We left Bronzeville because they had broken in our apartment. And then we was like, nah, we got to get out of here. So she moved us out to a nice little apartment out on 74th and Emerald. And, new kid on the block. I'm tall for my age, but I'm a new kid on the block. I'm skinny as a rail. And I don't know nothing about gangs. I'm just like a kid. You know what I mean? I'm watching TV. I like the Green Hornet, so on and so on. G.I. Joes, this kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So the kids on the block, the boys on the block, they all got their group. So they see me out and say, hey, man, what's going on, brother? Where you from? I'm like, yeah, I'm from, we just moved in over here, So yeah, you want to hang out with us? I'm like, cool. Let me see what's going on. So I'm hanging out with them. We're over on right off 74th. The guy has an apartment. He lives up on the second. His family lives on the second floor. We're all between the ages of, I think I might have been the youngest, between 12 and maybe 16. So they're like, yeah, man, if you want to join our group, man, you got to do something for us. I'm like, what? It's like, yeah, we need this flare. There's a guy that has this station wagon and he's got this window on the driver's side. And you got those skinny arms. You could just reach in there and grab those flares. And I'm like, oh, wow. Okay. I'm thinking this is exciting. I was like, yeah, okay, I can do that. Because I'm trying to prove to them that I got heart, right? And you got to remember, this is 73 or 72, somewhere around there.
Right.
So I get the flare, right? They are back at the base camp. I'm walking down the street by myself. I see the car with the window, the little side windows open. And I get the flare and I run. So I run back to the base camp, which was the back porch of this one kid, and all the kids are there. And they're like, yeah, he got it. Look at him. He's got one of us. So, and they all dapping me up, giving me five, hugging me and everything. And then there was this one kid, real big fat, looked like Fat Albert. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna tell Mr. Jackson you stole his flair. I'm gonna trick on you. And everything went quiet, Johnny. And about 8 or 9 boys turned and looked at the same time. And one of the boys said, what did you say? And he said, I'm gonna trick on him. I'm gonna tell on him. They mobbed the hell out of this dude. They started pounding and beating this dude, man, kicking him. And he was like 3 times the size of all these dudes. But when they all got on him, they mobbed him because he had threatened to trick on me. And I was like, from that moment on, Johnny, I was like, hell no. Never again.
But Steely Dan, just like you just said it was a setup play in the dough anyway. And then once you got the dirt, once you got some dirt underneath your nails, it was going to be that one that already didn't like you in the first place.
Right.
For him to outright just blankly say, I'm going to tell
that's
him,
where he messed up.
He could have kept his goddamn mouth closed and just did it quietly.
And I don't know why he was hating. I don't know what it was, but when he said that, Johnny, man, them dudes started mollywopping him. And I'm like slowly backing out the door, down the back of the porch, down to the first floor, out the door, went to the house, and was like, no, I ain't having nothing to do with these dudes. These dudes are wild, man. Because if they doing that at 12 and 16 up, just imagine what direction they're going to go in. Because you know it's going to lead on to something else. And this was way before we had all this other stuff going on. You know, I'm telling you, 1974, the 70s was a beautiful time. Black people loved each other. There was black pride. There was a lot of black camaraderie, family, man. You had R&B music on the radio. You had black businesses. You had professionals. Yeah, you had your pimps. Yeah, you had your drug dealers, but the drug dealers wasn't out like that. You didn't know who was all you saw was a guy with a real nice car, unless you were in that lifestyle, you was related or knew somebody. I knew who the pimps were. I knew who the heroin addicts. My dad owned the record store. I saw that thumbnail you had of Shine King going out of business.
Yeah. On this live stream, it's on here.
Right. My dad owned the record store right across the street from there in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
He sold LPs.
The record store was still open for a while until they closed down.
His name was Mr. T. Do you know a guy named Mr. T? Light skinned, big afro, look Puerto Rican. That was my dad.
Okay.
We sold LPs, tapes, cassettes, 8-tracks, pipes, papers, Indian spray, the money Indians. Remember the Indian spray?
Yeah. You crazy, Steely Dan.
Yeah, I'm just keeping it real, man. It's like, dude, it was like and I would see all kinds come in there. I would see the heroin addicts with the big hands where they had shot in their thumbs, their hands. What they would do is they shoot the heroin in their hands, and their hands would swell up. And then you would see the prostitutes come in all dressed and crazy and everything, and you see the pimps. And my dad, he eventually 3 doors down, he opened up a little restaurant, but that went out of business real fast. You know, it was like a diner. That's what it was. It was like a diner, but that didn't last too long. But that record store stayed open a long time.
Okay.
And I hate to hear that Shine King is closing, though. That's another black landmark.
Big Sis, we got Big Sis on up here. Salute to you, Big Sis. How you doing?
Hey, I just wanted to pop in real quick because it made me laugh about the corn cobs and the buttholes or something in the fraternities. And I'm a soror, so that never happened to me. So I just wanted to clear that up. That never happened to me in my sorority, so I don't know.
But you know, the men sometimes more than likely is going to be different than the women's, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean,
So I
yeah,
can't confirm nor deny that happened, but
right. There you go.
That was an extreme example. That was
very extreme. But you know, when you lump them together. You had said all of them together. I had to say, well, not this one in my era.
Now,
Right.
anything after that, I'm
Right.
sure, Big Sis, you like, yeah, it probably did. Then,
Right.
You know,
So I don't
you
know
know,
about.
you can't even deny it.
I don't even want to eat corn right now. Since you said that, you know.
Lord Jesus Christ. But wait a minute. Now we all grown and we can still be truthful with some things, right?
Of course.
With college having these groups,
Mm-hmm.
Sigma Phi Sigma, Gamma Dog, whatever you want to call it, right? My thing is that they basically train you on how to buck dance when you get up there to a certain level.
See, I wouldn't. Oh my goodness, you see it as that, but by us being from the South, and we see it as creativity. It's a lot of things, especially in the Black fraternity, like you said. In Black fraternities, it's our culture, especially in the South. Maybe it's buck dancing to where you look at it because you live in Chicago, right?
Yeah, but I'm looking at it in a whole, though, Big Sis. The reason why I say that is that think about it. And I'm looking at it at this aspect.
No,
I'm not saying it to be disrespectful, but I am saying it for what I see and what I saw over the course of time in my life. Like, I can't be a part of no group that's gonna make me do this, make me do that. I gotta volunteer my time. No. If I want to do those type of things on my own, then I want to do it then. I don't
do it on your own terms.
You
You don't have to do it. It's a group. Then do it, nigga. Shit. Then do it on your own.
What I'm saying is, in order for you to be a part of that group, you got to do this, you got to do that, in order for them to accept you. I don't give a fuck about nobody else's. And I'm not being
okay. Then maybe the fraternity is not for you. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
You don't have
That's just me personally. I don't need your acceptance. If I'm here to college and I'm here to learn and I'm here to better myself, what fucking difference do it make if I join a fraternity? You feel what I'm saying? To me, it's overkill. That's to me.
Right.
I'm not judging nobody else on what they do.
Then why did you call it buck dancing? That's judgment. That's judgment.
I'm only saying that I'm not gonna do it. I'm not judging nobody else on doing it.
Yes, you are. You just judged them.
Well, no, I'm saying why I wouldn't do it. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. If you feel like that's the route that you need to take, cool. I can't ever take that route. I'm not ever joining no group.
That's what I'm saying. You saying you're not joining a group. Okay, I understand that. But you already categorized and said what you said about them. You already said, oh, they buck dancing. Oh, they doing this. Oh, they doing this. That is judging. That is categorizing. That is cliche. That's what I'm saying. That's like me saying everybody in Chicago, where you at, are dangerous. They're killers. You got to stay away from them. I don't trust you. You got to lock your doors. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry.
It's like that's that judgment.
Felt offensive for what I said, let me put this on now. Because I don't mean no harm. I'm only speaking about me though. I ain't speaking about nobody else. However you look at it, However you see it, and if you went through it, cool. I can't take. I ain't taking nothing away. I ain't trying to take nothing away from nobody. Look, you do what you got to do. All I'm saying is, me personally, I don't need to join no group in order to make myself become successful. And I think sometimes we'll sit up here and put faith up into this type of situation, thinking that this is going to move us into a better situation, right? I don't want to be in that. That's why I just, you know what? Do you? That's cool. I have respect for people that does it the way they want to do it. And I'm sorry, I don't want to come off aggressive about it and none of that, because that just
it's a lot of things that you say. Yeah, it's a lot of things that you say that I kind of side-eyed you about. It's like, especially because I'm from the South and I had family, and my grandmother and great grandmother and my grandfather worked on railroads and the plantation. I really do. I like grunt my teeth.
Was in college.
No, wait. Listen,
I'm sorry not to cut you off.
Yeah.
But I got others that have joined groups and all this and that. And just because they joined groups, they was able to be in certain type of rooms and all this and that. Like, I thought when you go to college and you learn and you do what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to be able to go to any type of rooms that you want to without having to say that I'm a Gamma or I'm this or I'm that. You feel what I'm saying? I want you to understand my point of view with that entirely.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? I'm not looking at it that way. I'm looking at, well, damn, is they grooming motherfuckers to be able to go into this or to that? So I'm not, again, all you got to do is just talk to me.
Right.
And give me a better understanding, because that's how I was looking at it.
JB.
That's how I was looking at it. If I'm in college, I'm not thinking in my mind that I have to join a group I should be able to network with everybody in college. Big sis, not to have to join a group and I have to bow down to certain shit that they want. No, in my mind, no, I'm not thinking about it that way. But I did when I first saw it, and I saw when my brother had to go through when he went to college, or I saw my cousin go through what she went through in college. Me personally, I didn't like it, but I didn't judge, because everybody got their own path in life where they want to go to. So I just don't want y'all to get it confused. Like I'm just sitting up here judging it that way. I'm just speaking on my behalf of what I don't like about it. That's it.
Big sis, Steve Dan, can I ask you a question?
Of course.
From my understanding, when you join the fraternity,
I'm a female. I don't join the fraternity.
Well, what do you call them?
Sorority.
Sorority. Thank you for the correction.
Okay.
The sorority and any of those groups, whether it's fraternities or sororities, there's a bond between the group members that they can conduct business and do things and rely on each other in the future. It's like a way of networking and coming together. What are some of the advantages of being in a sorority? Because I know a lot of people that were in sororities, and I've heard a lot of, but can you tell me some of the advantages of having to go through that to get in? And is it just to say that I'm such and such?
No, because think about it like this. It's only that way we got to get questioned about it and like labeled and, like Johnny said, bug dancing and classified as certain things because of it's a black sorority or black fraternity. They don't say nothing when it's the white people that do it. Oh, my fellow fraternity brother works at this law firm. He's going to get me on. Or my fellow, sorority sister is this judge. She's going to help me with this case. But it's only with the Black community. Why is that?
So that's what I think my question
they can
was,
have their
what
network.
is the advantages?
It's the same advantage as any other network. It's the same advantages if my uncle owned this company and he can get me a job working as a mechanic. It's the same advantage.
So
if someone is there.
If you go for a job application and you put down, I'm in this sorority, and there's somebody hiring.
No, you don't put that
doing
down.
Hiring.
What the fuck? Oh my God.
No, I'm asking you, what is it? Is it a personal relationship, a business relationship?
If you have a personal relationship with someone that owns a company and your child needs a job, how would you go about it?
I would go to that person and talk to them and say, hey.
That's all you need to do. Same thing as networking. That's the same thing.
When I was mentioning to Johnny about sororities and being in that, I'm going with the historical aspect of it, because there's nothing new under the sun, right? The Greeks handed down to the Romans, and the Kush, Alkebulan, handed down to the Greeks. The Greeks handed down to the Romans. The Romans came in and were taken over by the Visigoths and those kind of people. So eventually now, where it was what's called Western civilization.
Okay.
So a lot of this stuff has been handed down, but it all started in one particular place. And in the beginning, where they were saying that if you're not part of this,
Deja Vu. I'm sorry, I was reading what Deja Vu said, because we do community service hours and everything. It's not just everything, but yeah, I believe. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mr. Dan.
Okay, can I ask this question then, Deja Vu? Since I'm ignorant to the fact, and I ain't never been to college, right? No, I'm being
right,
serious.
Deja Vu, because
I
you don't know we do scholarships.
So I don't know. But why is it that I need to be in in any type of fraternity, right? To do community hours? How come I can't just do it myself? How come I can't just do it independently and just do it? I have to be in a group to do it. And again, that's just my pushback on all of that. I've never agreed to, I have to be up in a group to do community service and do community hours to better myself. How come I can't just do it by myself? I need to stand behind a group in order for it to stand. Well, I mean, I want you to understand it from my point of view. Can't you do that all on your own? You need to stand with with a group.
Well, organizational politics is more effective than single at certain points. When you let's take politics for example. When people come out in droves and vote for one particular politician, then they network. They say, hey, we know this guy, such and such, ABC, he's a good guy, he would be good for this office. And then that person will tell another person, and so on and so on. And that's them networking as a group to get this one particular person to do. But what I don't like is the fact that we'll do that for a politician without getting guarantees that we're going to get what we're asking for.
What's happening, Mo?
You know what I mean? You giving up a vote without any guarantees or Like say, hey, I'll vote for you if you build this this Bears stadium and you fund it or whatever. You know what I mean? You keep the Bears in Chicago, I'll vote for you. And then the person will go out and make plans, and if they got a good business plan. But then
I wish you could hit the link and just talk it, and it can make it real simple. Deja Vu, you can most definitely hit the link. We can have a civil conversation. But I just, that just for me, I'm talking about me and how I see that type of thing in college. And that's another thing. It ain't just me that think that way. It's a lot of people like, bro, I gotta go to college to join us join up with a group in order to move on. I mean, I never understood that though, Deja Vu. I never understood that. So I don't want you to take offense to nothing I'm saying, my opinion about that. That's how I looked at that. Even to this day, it's like, bro, I'm not joining no group to prove myself that I'm a good person.
No, they're not doing it for that.
That's just me.
They're not doing it for that. They're not joining a group to say that they're a good person.
So then what is the point of them joining a group just to get them a better standard though, just because of this group? How come you can't just do it independently?
Okay, so there are advantages
That's
for
all
being
I'm
part.
saying.
There are advantages of being part of.
I've never been to college. I want the people to understand. I've never been to college. I've never been a part of no damn group. Not that way. So please, I want y'all to understand it. Make me understand then. Because again, in my mind, I could do all the things that y'all say. I could volunteer my time to this project, right? But why do I have to be in a group for it to be validated though?
I'm gonna let the sister handle it because she was in a sorority, so she knows the advantages. Is she still up on the platform?
No, Big Sis still here.
Okay, I think she can answer that question better than I can.
That's all I want to know, Deja Vu. If I could do it by myself, then damn a group. Damn me being a part of any type of group. I could just do it myself. You feel what I'm saying? That's all my point is. I didn't know if you had to go through that route to be able to get yourself to a certain point in order to move on with life or whatever the case may be. I didn't know. I didn't know. So y'all telling me something that I didn't know. I understand it now. That you can be yourself and do all the things that, you know, if you with this group.
Oh, you thought you had to join one?
Right.
Oh,
no. That's all
that's optional.
Exactly.
No, okay.
Exactly. That was all my point, y'all. I ain't want y'all to go all left with me about it. I didn't know. I've never been to college. So if I ain't never been to college, then how the fuck am I supposed to know?
Okay, so yeah, okay.
I don't know. So again, I'm not afraid to tell y'all I don't know. I literally don't know. I've never been to college. I've never been to college, so I don't know. All I'm doing is going off of what I see and what I hear others that has been to college of what they had to go through, what groups they had to join to get to a certain point.
In certain aspects, you join.
You feel what I'm saying? That's all. Now I got a better understanding about it. That's all.
I was just here because of the stereotyping, but I didn't know that you didn't know that you did. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I didn't know. I thought it was mandatory for you to join.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, wait a minute, hold on.
No,
I ain't got to join you motherfuckers to do the right thing. If you want to do the right thing, do the right thing. Why join the group? Just do the right thing. Damn. Be around people that's coinciding with the same train of logic that you're doing. Okay, I get that, but to join a group, no. Fuck that. I ain't got to join no motherfucking group to do the right thing. You should want to already have that within yourself to do the right thing. That's all. And look, y'all set me straight.
So that's why you didn't go to college?
No, I've never been to, look.
No, that's why you didn't go to college.
Community college.
Okay.
But college is way different than you going to a university too, though. You feel what I'm saying? It's totally different. But that's the point. I've never still been to college. I've only went off of school with people that told me about the things that they had to go through, the humiliation rituals that they do in these the sonorities and all this stuff. So I'm only going off of that. Yes, y'all can school me and tell me, and I'm open-minded to what it really is. But I understand some shit can get distorted, and I don't have a fucking clue. And I may have a misunderstanding about things. You feel what I'm saying? But I ain't got no problem with dialing it down and just understanding completely that no, you're not obligated to join in these groups. You can do what you do. If you're a positive person anyway and you want to help, you don't necessarily have to be in a group. That was my main thing right now. I'm like, wait a minute now. Hold on, I ain't about to join no motherfucking group. You gonna make me join a group to be able to do the right thing?
No, it's not like that. It's not like that.
Damn.
You gotta somebody's gotta. Can you tell us? Can you give us a little bit more information about the advantages?
My bad. Look, Deja Vu, don't kill me now. I don't mind being wrong, and then y'all correct me.
Okay, well, I have a little. That was my only thing, because I was like, this is
look, hey, big sis, I don't give a fuck about being wrong. They gonna kill me any goddamn way. I don't care. Look, you correct me, and then I stand to be corrected, and then I'll move on. I ain't tripping, but that was my perception of it, and y'all set me the fuck straight right now. God damn,
that was hilarious. That was so terrible.
Big sis had to hit the link and say, "Wait a minute, hold on, Johnny, let me walk you down off this goddamn."
That's the only reason why I hit the I'm gonna get up off here. Watch from the clouds.
Oh shit, Deja Vu about to jump through the goddamn screen and beat the shit out. Deja Vu, don't hit me, Deja Vu. Deja Vu, don't hit me. Okay, Deja Vu, please, I don't want to get beat now. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm listening. Okay. Damn, Stilly there. I done fucked up, didn't I? I done fucked up. I done got Deja Vu all worked up in the goddamn chat. Deja Vu, I don't want no problem. Shout out to Deja Vu, because you know, look, I swear I don't want no problem.
Yeah, man, you don't have to. When you go to college, they don't force you to join a sorority. That's your choice, because that's why they have so many sororities. You can pick one, you know. And then once you get in and you go through their little ceremonies and you get inducted and everything, then you can take advantages. They have like parties on the campus and whatever events they have. You got to be a part of that, you know what I mean, to get in. And then once you graduate, now, you know, for the rest of your life, you supposedly have a camaraderie and friendship with your brothers, or whether it's your sisters or whatever, to say, hey, you know, our family is having something, we want to come over and this type of thing, you know, make lifelong friends and all that kind of stuff. but it originated in a whole different place. And then you got to be careful what kind of groups you join, because you don't really know what those groups are about unless you do your research. I'm all about doing the research. Don't just take anything for granted. And next thing you know, it was like, whoa, wait a minute, what the hell's going on? I didn't sign up for this. You know, like, oh, no, it's too late now.
Okay, well, shout out to you, Deja Vu, for understanding that I don't know the ins and outs of being in college or being in a university. I'm only going off of what I see and what I hear.
Movies and television.
You know hey, Carlos, I don't give a fuck. It's a lot of shit that I may speak on that I really don't know. And I don't give a damn about being corrected. The fuck you talking about? Like, bro, I don't care about being corrected. Like I said before, I may not know nothing about it, but I'm going off of what people have said and talked to me about it. So, again, I'm not afraid to being corrected. Fuck that. I talk about what the fuck I want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? I talk about what the fuck I want to talk about. And again, I ain't jump completely out the window. All I was doing is just speaking my opinion about how I see it. That's it. I can stand to be corrected on it. That's it. But that still don't negate the fact that I still gonna have my opinion about the shit. Shit, hell no. I ain't about to.
It's your show.
Man, fuck that. Well,
it's your show.
Nothing is dumb around here at the JB2 Reaction, Carlos. Nothing is dumb. Nothing is dumb. You sound dumb for even saying that shit. A lot of people speak on the shit that they really don't all the way understand. I never said that I all the way had an understanding about it. But that don't mean that I can't have a conversation and people set me straight. You dumb son of a bitch. Fuck you talking about. The fuck you talking about? I don't give a fuck. If it sound dumb to you, cool. If I sound dumb to you, cool. Carlos, who the fuck is you any goddamn way? I don't know you. I only know you off of YouTube, motherfucker. I don't know you. So what if you think I sound dumb? So what? I don't know you any goddamn way. The fuck? I don't know you here. I don't know you outside of YouTube. I only know you on YouTube. I know your persona of what you show on YouTube. We not friends like that for you to be calling me all willy nilly. I live a real fucking life. And if I'm not on this motherfucker, I don't want to talk to nobody until I'm ready, right, to talk. I'm going to drop this link and I'm going to see what all the fuck you want, right? I'll hear you out. But then after that, bro, leave me the fuck alone, man. I'm not going to talk about you when I actually say, right, then I'm not going to talk about you. Then I'm not going to talk about you. Right? I don't have to. Even when you was on Sears platform, you was trying to talk to me then. I'm not going to address you anymore. Matter of fact, this is an impromptu live, y'all. This is an impromptu live stream. Right? I wasn't even planning on going live. Right? But I have to address this and I have to put it out on YouTube because why? I know you on YouTube. I don't know you on in real time. So I'm not going to ever talk to you on no back end at all, ever. Right? I'm not going to ever do that. If you want to address me about anything, you address it for everybody to hear. What the fuck is you trying to call me on the back end? I'm not going to, nigga, we ain't getting money together. We not getting no money together. Call your son. Mentor your son. It's nothing that you can get from me. Remember, you don't need a motherfucker like me, right? You can stand on your own. So that's exactly what the fuck you gonna do. You have no right reason to call me on the back end for nothing. I don't know you. Miss Eve, this is for you, Miss Eve. And it's nice and frosty too. Right? Again, I don't know you, right? Outside of YouTube. I only know you on YouTube, right? I know your persona of what you show on YouTube, right? We not friends like that for you to be calling me, all right, willy-nilly, nigga. I live a real fucking life, and if I'm not on this motherfucker, I don't want to talk to nobody until I'm ready to talk. You don't dictate when I want to talk. That's not how that goes, nigga. When I feel like talking, then I will set up a line, upcoming like I always do, and I follow through on what I do. Now, what you do is what you do. I don't give a fuck about what you got going on, bro, right? Stop talking that line with me because, see, you better know one thing about what I will do, or I will tell. Right? Again, I don't know you outside of YouTube. I only know you on YouTube. I don't know. Right? I know your persona of what you show right on YouTube. Right? Right? Again. I don't know you. I don't know you. Right? I don't know you. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to entertain, inform, and to make monetary income off the content that I provide. I'm going to have conversations where I'm not fully informed about a lot of shit. I'm never going to portray myself to act like I know every fucking thing. I don't. And my perception of what I see, just know that I can keep an open mind for it to be changed. But with Carlos calling me a dummy and you laughing at me, that's cool, bro. I don't give a fuck about you calling me no dummy and all this and that. Bro, I don't know you. I only know you off of YouTube and what you showed me. Okay? I don't care. I don't care about not knowing something and being informed. That means that I'm scared to really get information. And if I'm honest enough to tell you where I looked at that, damn. I can be honest about the shit that I see and how I feel about a certain situation. But if I got enough people to be like, wait a minute, Johnny Blaze, it really ain't that way. Look, check this out. No, it ain't that way. Check this out. I am open-minded to being like, damn, well, maybe I had a misperception about how the shit is. Okay. But that doesn't mean that I'm dumb. That just means that I've never been through a situation like that to ever, and I'm only going off of what others have said. That doesn't mean that it's cemented in stone that that's what they saying is true. Or even off of my perception of what I've saw. That doesn't make it true, but they're still going to give me a perception about certain shit that I'll be like, man, no, I ain't doing that. But I've been set straight this afternoon on this Monday. I've been set straight, and I ain't got no problem saying, well, shit, hell, Deja Vu most definitely just set me straight. Carlos, you just trolling. I don't give a fuck what the fuck you be saying, because you might say some real shit, but you just troll too goddamn much. So I don't know which way to go. Now, as far as what you had said, Deja Vu, as far as doing some charity work in the gardens, okay. I have no problem with doing that anyway. Because I'm from there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have no problem with giving back over there to the gardens and putting it on camera. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem with that. Because I most definitely would give my own money to donate to whatever is going on out there in the gardens, because I lived on out there. I'm a product of it. So I most definitely don't have a problem with doing that. I most definitely don't have a problem with giving. No, I don't have no problem with that. So being on camera, giving, doing what I need to do, you know what I'm saying, for my people on out there that's still on out there doing what they do, hey, it is what it is. You know. But no, I ain't scared of, come on, Carlos. You should know better than anybody. I ain't scared of nobody telling me that I don't know shit. I don't give a fuck about that. Because I don't know every fucking thing. No, I don't know every fucking thing. And I can be set straight. I'm not above being corrected. Like most motherfuckers y'all know that's on this goddamn app. And you can't correct them to save your goddamn life. They just gonna go along with the bullshit. Not me. Because I'm open-minded enough to know that everything that I think or what my opinion could be is in fact. And I can stand to be corrected. Hey, no, John, they ain't how you portraying it though. That's not how it really is. This is how it really is. And then you showed me, then I okay, cool. Okay, cool. Because at the end of the day, I'll never forget where I came from. Never. And I don't have no problem with giving back to where I came from. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no problem with that. And Deja Vu, you know, when that actually happens, matter of fact, let me put my email up in the chat. Hold on. Now, Deja Vu, if you can, that's my email up in the chat right there. I just put it up in the chat. All right. And I'll do a live stream about it and show y'all, you know what I'm saying? And show y'all how much love I got still on out there in the gardens. I most definitely got love out there on the south side. Man, please. I most definitely got love out there on the south side. Even though I don't go out there as much as I used to in past, I still got love on out there. I know how the struggle was. I was in it. Yeah, I know most definitely how that struggle was. Being in the projects, playing on dirty mattresses and shit. Hey, my love, hey. Oh, remember for 9 months, Lovey say, Carlos, leave my Johnny alone. Yeah, EV, that's far. I'm on the west side, and that's all the way south side. You feel what I'm saying? So it's over 30 minutes though, EV. It's actually an hour for me to get back on out there from where I'm at now. So yeah, anything over 20 to 30 minutes, EV is a nice little minute. You of all people should know that. But it's cool. I got a vehicle. I ain't got no problem going on out south or where I'm from. Again, I ain't hiding from no goddamn body. I ain't got nobody looking for me. I ain't got nobody looking for me. I ain't hiding out from no motherfucker. If I want to go on out south to the hundreds, that's where the fuck I'm going. That's where the fuck I'm going. Trust and believe. And Deja Vu, you got my email up in the chat. So yeah. Deja Vu. I go out there in the gardens. Look, I'll let you know. You got the email up in the chat. So I ain't even worried about all that. Because at any given time, I'll be on out south. You never know who may get it. You know what I'm saying? I just give. I don't sit up here playing nothing like that. I just do it. But again, I don't have a problem with showing when I do give either. So I'm going to make it happen. Yeah, I'm going to make it happen. Because again, my name ain't in no mud when it comes down to me going anywhere in Chicago or any suburbs, anything. My name is good. I'm trying to tell y'all, my name is good. So I don't sit up here, got nothing to worry about or none of that other shit. Deja Vu, you got my email. And you email me whenever you can, just so I can have your email, and then we go from there. I'll make it happen. I'm not worried about that. I'll make it happen. Yeah, I'll make it happen. Either way, I will make it happen. Look, Deja Vu, look, I ain't even gonna throw your name up in the Deja Vu. Hell no. No, Deja Vu. All I gotta do is just go out south. I ain't even gotta throw your name up in it then, Deja Vu. All I gotta do is just go out south. No, I'm gonna keep you silent. You silent like a motherfucker, Deja Vu. I'm not putting your name in shit. Okay? No, let my name go on out there, Deja Vu, because I'm already known on out there, and guess what? They know how I'm coming, Deja Vu. They know how I'm coming. Like I said, my name ain't in the mud like that at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm good when I come out south. I'm good when I go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? I really am. Yeah, I'm good anywhere I go, anywhere in Chicago, ladies and gentlemen. I ain't ducking nobody. Ain't nobody looking for me. I ain't beat nobody out about shit. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Even O Block, EV. I ain't did shit on over there at O Block. Hell no, I'm good. I'm good everywhere. I go over there to O Block, it wouldn't be no problems. It wouldn't. I'm just being honest. I'll go anywhere in Chicago, ladies and gentlemen. I could do food reviews. I could do whatever the fuck I want to do, and I'm good wherever I go in Chicago. I'm good. My name is good here. I ain't sitting up here, man, look here. I ain't sitting up here doing no felonious bullshit towards nobody. When I say I'm good, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I don't live that type of lifestyle, ladies and gentlemen. I'm quiet. I go to work. I get money. I take care of the household, and then I stay underneath the radar. The only time I'm outside is to make money. That's it. That's it. Otherwise, I ain't outside bullshitting around and just lollygagging with motherfuckers. No, I ain't. No. I'm not doing that. I got shit to do. I got shit to get. I ain't, man, look, I just ain't got that type of time, ladies and gentlemen. So I stay in my lane and I do what I need to do for me and mine. That's it. I don't get in nobody's way. I ain't sitting up here looking to get in nobody's way as far as how they looking to provide for them and their family. I do what I need to do to provide for me and mine. That's it. And I salute anybody that's sitting up here going through the daily grinds that I do. I salute them. That's it. That's all. All that other shit, I don't involve myself with all that extra shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that. No. I don't move that way. No, I don't move that way, ladies and gentlemen. I don't. So, it is what it is. But salute to y'all. I've been on here long enough. Let me get my black ass the hell up out of here. I appreciate y'all coming through and hitting that like button. Salute to the chat. If y'all picking up what old Johnny Blaze is putting down with this live stream, please hit the like button if you feeling generous and you would like to donate to the host. Other than the super chats, I do have Cash App and I do have PayPal if you would like to donate and you feeling generous. All right. But other than that, appreciate Stilly Dan coming on up on the panel. Appreciate Big Sis coming up on the panel. Salute to everybody that came through and hit that like button and participated with the live stream. But JB2 Reactions is up out this thing. I'll see y'all later.